So I welcome you back to our calendar design Adobe Photoshop class. So this is the part 3 of our calendar design Adobe Photoshop. If you are following the class from the day one, from the beginning, so this is the part 3. So now we need to see how we make use of Photoshop to do the design and integrate the calendar number we have created so far into the design, right? So what we are going to do first is to go to File, then we click on New. So in this case, I'm going to start with desk calendar design. So from there, we can move on to how we create work calendar, or I make a work calendar design as an assignment for the group, right? So all you have to do is to just watch the step and see how these things are very much simple in using Photoshop, right? So we can do a custom settings, come here and click on calendar design. So we can come to the width here and type the size 2448. Then we come to the height, okay, 2484, should be 2484. Then we come to the height, 1818. So we come to color mode here, we select CMYK. Then we click on create here. So this is going to be super simple desk calendar in Photoshop. So Control minus, zoom in the entire shape, Control minus. So now what I'm going to do now is to start my design. So you come down below here and make a new layer. Then you go to your toolbar and select your pen tools. So we can remove the stroke from the menu bar here, or home tab, no stroke. So we can maintain the color field to be white, just like that. Then we start with our pen tool. So I can start from this point here to the center, and I'll make a curve like this. I'll make a curve like this. Then I'll make another curve like this. So, and I will return, and I will return. I'll close the part here. So I will go back to my move tool now. Then I will go to home tab. I will click on edit. Then free transform. Edit. Then free transform, or Control T. Then Shift key and alternative key and drag. Can take it down a little bit. So I press enter key on my keyboard. So I can come to the layer panel and change the color. I will double click the layer thumbnail. So I can change this color to black and click on OK. Now I can make a duplicate of this layer here. I'll come back to the layer panel. I will right click on it. Then I'll look for duplicate layer. So I can call this one shape 2, and I'll click on OK. So I'll come to the shape 2 layer at the bottom. So I'm selecting the first layer. Then I'll press Ctrl T on my keyboard to open the transform tools. Then I'll drag it out a little bit. And I'll press Enter key on my keyboard. Then I'll come back to the layer here. I will double click on the layer thumbnail. Now I will select another color. So in this regard, I'm trying to see if we can use orange. I'm selecting this type of orange right away. And click on OK. So we can still take it out a little bit, something like this. So I'm coming back here, right click again, and I'll make a duplicate layer. So I can call this one shape 3. Then I'll click on OK. Right. So I will fall back to shape 1 layer now. Then I'll press Ctrl T on my keyboard to open the transform tools. Then I will take it down below a little bit. And I'll press Enter key on my keyboard. Then I will I will come back to the layer thumbnail and double click on the layer thumbnail. So I will change the orange to red orange. Then I'll click on OK. You can see it has been updated, right? So I'll come back to the layer panel. I will right click again. I'll look for duplicate layer again. So I will call this one here shape 4. Then I will click on OK. So I'll come back to the layer panel. I will select the shape 1 layer. Then I will tap out with my arrow key again. Then I'll press Ctrl T on my keyboard to open the transform tools. Then I will rotate. Then I'll click on this check mark here to accept. Then I'll come back to the layer thumbnail. I will double click on the layer thumbnail again. So I have to change to, let me see, change to this orange here. Okay. Then I'll click on OK. So now I'm done with my shape style. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to bring in the picture to the design. So what I'm going to do is to locate the black layer. So when you click on it, it's going to take you there automatically. Then I will go to File now. I will click on Place Embedded. So now I can look for my picture from desktop. Then my free pick stock photo. So in this regard, I'm thinking of using a food image for this calendar. So I have to look for the food image. Okay, let me see if eventually this is going to work fine. So I will select this. Then I'll click on Place. Okay, so I can just take it up a little bit. Good. So I will go to my home tab here. I will click on this check mark to accept. Then I will locate the image layer. I will right click on it and select create clipping mask. Very good. So now this is a restaurant desk calendar, right? So we have to go to our calendar number now. Then I will select our, so I will take it to the design. I'll press Ctrl T, Shift key and alternative key and drag in to resize the calendar number. Then I'll take it down to the design.
Design? Did you say design? Did you say design? Did you say design?
So I'm going to click on this to accept at the home tab. Right, so one other thing we're going to do now is to type the year. So this is October 2020. So but before we do that, we can try to see some other thing we need to do in our calendar design. So this is the month of October 2020. So I will press Ctrl+0 to zoom out. Ctrl+0 to zoom out. Okay, so now here we can write the contact detail at this side. Then but before we do that, we can go to our, okay, let's go to tools bar now and select our text tools. Then we type 2020. Right, so we can press Ctrl A to highlight. Then we can increase the font size to, let's see, 24. Right, so we can change the color to this type of red orange and click on OK. So now let's fall back to the October now, the calendar number. So I will select it here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out the October. So I need to change it. So I have to go to my, okay, rectangular marquee tool now. Then I will select October. Then I'll go back to my home tab here, edit. Then I'll click on cut. So I'm going to remove that straight away. So now what I'm going to do next is that I have to make a circle. I will go back to my toolbar again, right click on the rectangle, then I will select circle. Now I will make a circle here. So this circle here, I will have to give it a stroke color. Let me use the red orange. Then I will increase the stroke width. So let me see 10.14, 10.14. So now I'm going to close this box. So now I will make a new layer again. Here I will come back to the text tools and type October. So I will just make it short. Then I'll press Ctrl A to highlight. So I'll change the font style from this point here, from the Home tab. So I'll look for my Roboto. Right. So I'll now click on my pick tools to accept. So I can press Shift key on my keyboard and select the circle layer. Then I will align to vertical center, then horizontal center. So I'll go back to my text tools again. I'll select the October. Then I'll press Ctrl A to highlight everything. I will select my color palette here. I will pick from this dark color. Then I'll click on OK. I'm not sure this is aligned properly. Okay, so I'm done with that. So the other thing we are going to do is how we can put something here that will make our calendar more look nice, right? So that's going to be the next thing we are going to do in our calendar design.